just a given when you're in the market for a new car or when you hit the mall in search of a trendy pair of jeans. Exciting shopping encounters that can make for an emotional buying experience. The same type of experience that the folks at General Electric say occurs when consumers are in the market for their next refrigerator or dishwasher. But can shopping for an appliance really have that much of an emotional impact on consumers? You bet. In fact, GE is banking on it. To understand this pricing story, you have to go back several years ago when GE's appliance business was at a crossroads. Pricing had been declining for some time, but rather than accept the trend, the business decided to make a major investment in new product innovation and comprehensive brand positioning.
Consumers are willing to step up and buy higher-end products, to spend more for appliances. If you can appeal to their aspirations, if you can appeal to them on a more emotional level, if you can offer them innovation that's different from what they've had before.
Shopping for a new fridge is not like it used to be. In the past, you'd buy a replacement when the old one broke down. Now more and more consumers are ditching their perfectly working appliances for more trendy upscale versions. And instead of buying just one appliance, they're redesigning the entire kitchen. And that brings us to the story of GE's Profile and Monogram brands, the company's upscale appliance lines. Two brands that were reinvented and are doing well today.
The best thing that we ever did as a business 8-10 years ago was to make a major commitment to new product investment, and we have significantly increased the amount of money we're spending on new products, and as a result we've turned around our pricing performance. We've been able to buck the trend that historically has plagued this industry.
It's a move that paid off big time for GE. At the time, appliance sales in the Profile and Monogram lines were in a decade-long slump. The company's product portfolio lacked differentiation. Its brand positioning was virtually indistinguishable. GE's Monogram and Profile lines were headed for a huge overhaul. With a red-hot real estate market and no shortage of consumers tapping into their home equity, GE's Monogram and Profile lines were poised to appeal to more affluent homeowners.
These brands have evolved over time. Monogram started as a relatively narrow offering, primarily of refrigerators aimed at that very high end of the market. Over time, we realized the opportunity that existed with a more full-line package of products at that high end of the marketplace. And so we've built out the product offering in those categories to include cooking products and dishwashers and the full suite.
New styling, innovative features, and quality that would allow the company to position these brands at the higher end of the market, moving upstream in price.
The most important factor in success in realizing more value and realizing better pricing for our product is product.
In other words, if you've got a better product, you have a better chance at setting your prices higher. That's why GE allocates significant resources to research and new product development.
GE is a highly respected company. It's a brand that everybody knows. It's a brand that's been around forever. But it also means that we're tied to a lot of technology.
From healthcare to solar energy to aviation, industrial security, advanced materials, and nanotechnology, GE has a tradition of turning imaginative ideas into lucrative new ways to solve problems. So when it came to reinventing its Profile and Monogram lines, they invested in new product development, coming up with cutting-edge, innovative features that would excite customers and try to create that all-important emotional attachment to their products.
The good news in appliances is that despite the fact that it's an industry that for the better part of the last 2 decades has seen declining prices for its products, there has been a pent-up demand by consumers to buy better products.
Not only are they spending more, but they're buying more appliances as well. The creation of a family of appliances was aimed at encouraging consumers to make multiple unit buys.
As you look at the marketplace today, there is a lot more of multiple unit purchases happening in the market. And with our styling and consistent family appearance across both those brands, we attempt to provide a compelling story for why the consumer would want to buy those.
Profile competes for the top 25% of price points, while Monogram serves the top 2 to 5%, the ultra high-end segment of the industry.
One of the things that we've done is put them in places where it makes it look like a kitchen, all right?
Jack Wright knows the ins and outs of the appliance business, and he knows consumers.
One of the things they're looking for is, man, I want it not only to work well, but I want it to look good. And that's important to a lot of people. And so Profile Monogram allows that to happen.
And he says buying one of these products isn't so much about the money as it is about getting a quality product, a sales strategy that has benefited the dealer.
Our sales continue to grow in Profile Monogram year after year, month after month. It continues to grow.
The brand repositioning helped to improve customers' perceptions of the products. And as a result, the Monogram and Profile brands continue to appeal to consumers at a higher price point.
The key is, if we're able to offer better products, higher performing products, innovative features that make life easier, they will pay more for the products.
It's a reason why a few years ago consumers shopping for laundry products would have spent $500 or $600 on a washer or dryer, and now they'll spend a couple of thousand paying for high-tech features that allow consumers to appreciate the value of their purchase.
As we begin to take them through how these products are built, the quality of the products, the quality of the burners, the advanium, the cooktops, and they can see, you know what, for a little bit more money I can get a product that's made at a much higher standard, you know, in the compressors and the refrigerators or whatever, made at a much higher standard. The people are willing to actually pay that extra money in order to get that.
GE's distribution strategy also plays a role in the success of these two lines. The company is careful about who they choose to carry its products. They want to protect that very delicate brand experience.
We've worked very hard in recent years on our distribution strategy. The Monogram brand is a very limited distribution strategy. The customer has to sign up to be willing to support that type of a brand with a display requirement. As a result, it's a fairly narrow distribution for that particular product. The way we really want the Profile brand to be represented to consumers is in a very elegant, upscale setting. And so we provide considerable support to those dealers who are willing to display it in the manner that we believe it should be displayed.
As the Profile and Monogram brands have evolved, so too have consumers' perceptions, which have translated into higher profits. The average retail price paid for GE appliance products has increased more than 15%, and GE's appliance business has delivered 5 years of double-digit earnings growth. Growth that the company hopes will continue no matter where the housing market or the economy heads. For the Pearson Video Library, I'm Pat Lowry.